everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to start a new series on structured query language, that is SQL. As you know, SQL is our database language which helps to communicate with the database. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here is our first slide in the SQL. So, did you know about the basic definition of SQL? Like SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Generally, SQL is a database language which helps to communicate with the database and manage the data in an organized manner. So don't be confused about any definition about database or SQL. Like a very one simple line sentence is here कि SQL is a structured query language, okay, which helps to communicate with the database. Like we are the human beings, if we want to talk with another person, so we should know about a mutual language like Hindi, English. So this is the language which helps we can communicate with the other. So this is here. If we want to communicate with the database, so we have to know about the database language. So that's why SQL is here. Sometimes it is also pronounced as SQL. Basically, SQL or SQL is used for database creation, insertion, modification, updation, and many more things with the data. So basically, this is the basic definition of SQL. So guys, do you know about applications? Yeah, I think you know. Yeah, maybe you have a question that if we are learning here for SQL, so why we are talking about the applications, right? Okay, let me know you first. Guys, if you are learning something or anything, so first of all, you have to know about some basic terms, some basic knowledge. Like if we are here for learning SQL, so you should know now where you have to be implement the SQL, where the database term will be used, in which applications you will learn SQL or databases, right? Now you got my point now कि why we are talking about applications. So first of all, you should know about what are the applications. So let me first introduce about the applications. So basically, as you know all, application software is a group of program or a program which is designed for the end users, which is designed for us customers or clients. Examples of the application include a word processor, a spreadsheet, a web browser, email client, media player, and many more. There are number of applications which are exist, and in your daily basis life, you are like download from the Play Store and another install application. So you should know about the types of application. Basically, there are the three types of application. First is standalone application. Second, web applications, which is also known as third party applications. And third one is client server application, which is also known as mobile application. So let me introduce first of all one by one about the applications. So number one is standalone application. So basically, a standalone application is an application that runs locally on the device and doesn't require anything else to be functional. Okay, I repeat this line, just please concentrate on this line, you will get the point. A standalone application is an application that runs locally on the device that doesn't require anything else to be functional. All the logic is built into the application. Already all the logic is built in the application, so there is no need to add anything else, any extra thing for like installation, internet connection and all. So it doesn't need any internet connection nor any other service installations. Okay, let's take example. Like there are the number of standalone application, that is paint, calculator, notepad and Excel. So let me clear with a example with paint. Yeah, first of all, you have to know about standalone application doesn't require any database server. A standalone application doesn't require any internet connection. They are capable, they can run without internet connectivity. Okay, so here this is the basic architecture of standalone application. So let's take an example. Like here is a user who is using a standalone application, that is paint. paint in his laptop. So what did he will do? He did he will sorry he will drawing something or painting something in an application in his laptop, then he will save it in dot file extension, like dot paint extension file. So is it possible to access this file in some another computer? Like he use the paint in his own, like own laptop or own computer. So now is it possible he can access the same file into the another laptop, another computer? No, na, this is not possible, just because he saved this file in his own, and this file is basically saved in his laptop or computer hard drive. So those applications which cannot be accessed another one in another computer or laptop, these applications such as standalone applications, you take a number of examples like paint, calculator, notepad access, you can never access this data from your calculator, your paint to the another one. So you have to be save these all the files in your own application or own drive, hard drive. So this is a basically basic difference between a standalone application or uniqueness of the standalone application. One more thing, always remember that database server and internet connectivities are not required for the standalone application. So now our next is web application or third party applications. Basically, what are the web applications? Okay, web applications include all the applications which can access anywhere, anytime with the help of internet connectivity or a web browser also. Web applications run on multiple platforms regardless of operating system or device as long as the browser is compatible. Do you understand that? Web applications are those applications which can be accessed or which can be used anywhere, any place. Just you need only two things, that is internet connectivity. Okay, you need a browser, any browser. Let's take some example of web applications like Gmail, Yahoo, WhatsApp, Facebook. You can access anywhere, anytime, in any system or any mobile. So how is it possible? Is it possible in a standalone application? No, na. So this is the basic difference between the web applications and standalone applications. So here the two major points which we already read in standalone application, also here that but data is required, database is required. In standalone application there is no need of database is required, not required there, but database is required here. Internet connection are required. In web application they both are required to access your data, access any application or any your access id and all. So if you want to like access your Gmail, WhatsApp, Facebook, so you have to be use a database server or internet connection. So now here this is a basic architecture of web application. Let's take an example like Facebook. Here is a user who wants to use the Facebook, so he is going to his friend's home and now he is using the Facebook in his laptop. So is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. Only one thing he wants there, only a web browser on and internet connectivity. So what will he do first? He will open he will like enter a query like Facebook page or Facebook sign in and all, then click from the server. When he clicked the search button from the server, request is processed and giving all the result related to the Facebook server. So now here we will get the page of Facebook. Now he can easily access the Facebook or login. When he will log in now, so he will just need their credentials, username and password. When he submit it and log in, so the request is going to the server. Okay, request is going to the Facebook server, and from the database what will happen, the home page of the Facebook will be opened if he put the right username and password. So this is how web applications are working. So here database has a major role. Okay, so this is the web application. So now next is mobile applications, and mobile applications are also known as client server application. Basically, a mobile application is a computer program or a software application designed to run on a mobile device such as phone, tablet or watch. Mobile access the data with the help of internet connectivity and database. Now here, what will happen? Each and every person right now using the application in their mobile, like Facebook, WhatsApp. We are taking the same example like Facebook. So you all have a Facebook application in your mobile. So now what will happen? The process will be same as like web browser, only one step will be only one step more closer. In the web applications, when you search a Facebook page or Facebook login, then you enter the search button. That time the request is going to the server, not the particular server, going to the server and search for the Facebook server. But here what will happen? The request will be directly going to the Facebook server when you connect to the internet with your app mobile. So directly you can access Facebook, right, from the Facebook server, and can access your data from the database. Basically two major roles are here, like database is required, of course database is required here too, and internet connection are required. Let's take a basic example of Facebook. Without internet, is it possible to access the Facebook? No. And directly with the help of app mobile applications, you can directly access a particular application server. So here is a basic structure of mobile application, how the mobile application architecture will work. Now if we are working as a software engineer, software developer, programmer, or a database administrator, so this is the basic topic, that three tier no is important. This is included front end, middleware, and database. Now what is the difference between front end, middleware, and database? So let me know you with a very simple example. Okay, and we take an example of Facebook. So first of all, as we see in the front end, in the front end, this is mentioned the username and login. Basically na front end is thing, everything, the thing which you can see, which is visible for you in the display, that is front end. So basically, like take example of Facebook, you are here for login your credentials. When you click the login button, now your request is going in the middleware. Middleware is a portion, middleware is a section where all the program, all the script is there. Now he will, now when the request is going to middleware, it will apply for the login page, because you are clicking on the login button. Now login request will be executed, whatever the login process is there will be executed, and then going to the database. Then we'll check your username and password is right or wrong. If it is right, then it is going to the database, that is third tier, three tier ka third portion, that is database. Then the database will have to fetch the details, your account details from the database to the front end. This is how your applications are working in three tier. So you should know about what is the role of front end, what is the middleware, what is the database. Front is just everything which is visible to you is front end. All the logics, all the scripts, all the programming is just keep in the middleware, and database is a place where the data will be accesses, data will be comes through you from the database. So now here we have an example, like what is the data? Did you know about the data? Okay, let me know you about the data. Data is a raw fact which describes attributes of an entity. So let me introduce first data. Basically, there is a big difference between data and information. So don't be confused, like data and information are same. Information, a complete info, right? But data is a raw fact. Data, like let's consider this example of here is a man. Okay, so he has some attribute, he has some like properties like name ABC, gender male, blood group A plus, address this, mobile number this. So this all the na ABC, male A plus, ABCC, mobile number single 29. This is the raw fact. Okay, this is the data. Now what is going to with the data? This is data describe the attributes. Now attributes, what are the attributes? Attribute are the properties of any entity, and simple term, entity is someone, entity can be anything which is exists in a real world. So now a basic definition of data, what is? Yeah, data is a raw fact which describes attribute of an entity. So you can clearly this see this example, like a man, which is an entity. Yeah, he has some attributes, he has some properties, like now his name like Manoj, Mohan and all, his male, gender is male, blood group is A positive. So this is all what we will learn in the SQL. Basically in the session I give all the basic knowledge here, like what is data, what is a database. Okay, so now next is, did you hear about database? Yeah, exactly, of course. So what is a database? Okay, let me know you. Database is nothing, only a place where, or a medium where the data will be stored in a systematic and organized manner. Like you can take an example of library. As you know, you all are going library once in a life. So you can see now there is lots of section, like class 11th section is here, yeah, chemistry sections are there, and each and everything is arranged in an organized manner. So same here, database is a place where the data can be stored in a systematic or organized manner. So this is the basic definition of database. So here in the session we are going to start it, like as you know we started our database language, that is SQL. But before SQL you have to know a very clear idea about data, database, applications, street tire. Okay, yeah, how data will be stored in the database and which language is compatible. So here we will learn about the SQL. So in this session we will learn some basic knowledge of SQL and data and database, which is really important. That doesn't mean if you are learning SQL, you will just start it from SQL. If you are learn anything, so first of all you have some basic knowledge. Okay, so here I provide you all the basic knowledge which you have to be known about. Yes, if someone says like, yeah, what are the applications, what are the standalone applications, so here you have to be very capable to giving the answer na, ki yeah, this is the application, how this is working, and this is the basic difference between three applications, or sorry, three types of applications. So this is why I include these topic too in the session. So for today is it for today this topic is over. In the next session we'll start it up purely from the SQL, and will provide you each and everything about the SQL. So take care, bye bye, and keep sharing the video.